Today, Exploring the Horizons is going to take you to a beautiful hiking trail north of Las Cruces, and we're also going to get to check out some fossils in this video. So this trail is not too hard to find. It's going to be north of Las Cruces in the Robledo Mountains, and it's going to be a very short trip, depending upon where you come from, maybe around 20-30 minutes or so, depending upon where you're coming from Las Cruces. And you don't have to have a four-wheel drive or anything to get inside. Just park up to the trailhead near those signs that I just showed you, and take this trail. I believe it's called the Ridgeline Trail. So the trail is actually not extremely steep, even though there are some climb portions on here. But the good thing is that the soil was very packed, at least when I was on this trail. If you see my other videos, you know that I do tend to favor having hiking sticks. But this particular trail, I didn't even need them, even on some of the more steep areas, because the soil is just not slippery at all like it normally is in other trails inside the Robledo Mountains. So, and the other thing too that's nice about this trail is that if you want to check out Geronimo Cave, or if you want to check out the Slot Canyon, both of those trails are actually pretty nearby. In fact, I'll put links to my videos that I have about Slot Canyon as well as Geronimo Cave. Geronimo Cave at the end of this video, so just stay tuned for that. So I had an out-of-town guest decide he wanted to go with me because he's really into fossils and he happens to like hiking, so this is going to be the perfect trail. So as we came up, there was a gradual ascent past what looks like some sort of rock quarry or something on the left. I'm not sure exactly what that is over there. First I thought it was a mine. So it is kind of strange because as you're going down this trail, it's all beautiful on one side, and the next side you can see is tractors and looks like piles of rocks and other stuff where they're leveling out the ground there. And as you come up to this trail in the part, and there's going to be a fork in the road, and it doesn't matter which way you go on this fork, it's going to loop around. The total loop is going to be about 3.3 miles. Now it is uneven ground, but it's not going to be extremely ridiculously steep as it is in some places. If you go to the right, the trail is going to take you up to a higher elevation, and then if you go to the left, it's going to go down lower. So if you don't want to hike the whole 3.3 miles, I recommend you go to the left, and that will still take you straight over to where the fossils are. But this area is very beautiful, very scenic. As you get up here, you can actually see some views up here. Maybe a little bit hard to tell on the GoPro image, but you can see the Rio Grande River in front of you. This video was filmed in February, so that's the reason why you can't really see the water in there, because the water's dammed up in Elephant Butte during the winter time. And if you made it so far, if you could just do me a favor and just quickly hit that like button while we continue with this video. I'll just give you a moment to hit that like button right now. So anyway, like I said, this trail isn't extremely difficult. In fact, I actually had a slight cold when I was walking it, and I was able to handle it just fine. And as you get up higher, you will be able to see some panoramic views towards Las Cruces, and also you'll get to see the Oregon mountains. And it's just very nice and beautiful up here in general. So eventually, as you go through this trail, it will keep going straight into the desert. So in a little bit, I'm going to show you where you need to make a left. Now, this isn't the same left that I was describing earlier, because it's actually going to be the second fork that you find, assuming that you go right. And again, it doesn't matter if you go left or right at the first fork, because either way, it's going to take you straight back to the same place. So we're going to enjoy this beautiful desert scenery, and I'm going to explain some more here in just a minute. I know it looks like it's steep off to the side, but believe it or not, this part of the trail is still not that difficult to walk. It's actually easier to walk than it looks. Alright, so we're going to be coming up on that second fork, assuming you went right at the first fork. You go left to Discovery Trail. And then this is going to start a gradual descent where it becomes a little more rocky, but also more scenic at the same time. And you'll also eventually get to where the fossils are. Now, one thing to note is that there were people I ran into that apparently missed the fossils, and they asked me if we saw any. And I did find where the fossils were. I'll explain that here in a minute. But apparently a lot of people will walk right past the fossils and never even realize that they were there, unfortunately. Now, if you start to notice, it looks like kind of like a riverbed in this area. Now we're getting to the area where we're going to start finding fossils. One thing I was kind of noticing is a lot of the fossils seem to be in red rock. Now I'm going to be showing you some pictures of the fossils I promised earlier. I don't know if that's a fossil or not, I just put it there. And I believe these are fossils. I'm not an expert on them, but if I put anything that's not a fossil, please let me know in the comments just so I'm aware of it and other viewers are going to be aware of it. But it seems like the red clay-like rocks is where I tended to see the majority of the fossils that I came across. And if you happen to see other sections I'm walking by here, if you could also let me know, because there might be somebody else who's watching this video that wants to know where to find the best fossils, and I may have actually missed some. So I don't know if that's a fossil or not, so I went ahead and included it in the video. If you can let me know what that is. So at this sign, there's going to be a trail that right in front of it that leads to where there's a bunch of fossils. Again, mostly red rock. At the bottom, I think that's a paw print. I think that's another paw print or something. It looks like a leaf to me is what I'm guessing. Another leaf. And it looks like a whole bunch of different things in there to me. Again, I'm not an expert, so if you know something different, let me know. So this find was actually fairly recent. It was only discovered back in 1987. A local Las Cruces resident named Jerry McDonald was the one that blessed us with this area when he found it. And some of the signs over there mention that this is going to be the largest volume of fossils from the Paleozoic trackways in the world. I'm sorry, the largest amount of them. So there also contains a lot of vertebrate, invertebrate, and plant fossils. And then the rock there on the left side, where you see in the video, that is actually fairly smooth rock. It reminds me of some of the riverbeds I've seen in Tennessee. I noticed that there was some areas where it looked like there was like holes cut out or something missing from there. And I don't know if researchers had removed fossils from there or not. It's just my guess. Again, I don't really know, but if somebody does know, that'd be great to let me know. That reminds me of a waterfall on the right. And there's no water going to the gorge here. So, as if I had gone left earlier, the trail would have been a little bit shorter. It would have taken us straight over to this area, and it would have been a little bit more flat. There wouldn't have been quite as much gradual uphill. So if you're concerned about mobility issues, you're going to want to go to the left, because you can just walk up to this area that I'm in right now and easily just walk back out of it. Just go and turn around going the same way you came in. And it'll be along this trail. This area is kind of interesting because I noticed that the soil got darker around there. And to me, it looks like the rocks got darker. I'm assuming that they're going to be volcanic rocks. But this area is definitely a great area for family hiking. Now you can see where that mine or that rock quarry, whatever it is, right in front of us. So as you can tell, that's going to be close to where the trailhead is. And it's going to come back and eventually loop up to the other trail here in a few minutes. But again, it's fairly flat, fairly level through here, so you shouldn't have too many problems. But if this helps you out, please subscribe for more content, and make sure you check out those other links if you want to see Geronimo Cave, or if you want to see the Slot Canyon. So enjoy your day, and yeah, have a good one.